Hi, welcome to the Rise Up and Live YouTube channel. My name is Kelly Rissy, and I'm the owner of Rise Up and Live Wellness. During these videos, you will hear things about health, life, and mindset to help you live your best life, such as how to decrease and manage stress, how to get better sleep, how to set boundaries, how to eat mindfully, how to build confidence, how to live spiritually, and so much more. So thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoy my To the Points. And here is a little throwback for you. So I wanted to come today and do a little live training around mindful eating. So first I want to define mindful eating because most people think it's just eating slowly without distractions. So mindful eating is actually trusting your intuition, your inner wisdom, to eat with the intention of caring for yourself. And it's also to eat with the attention necessary to enjoy the foods on your plate, as well as to consider how those foods actually affect your body. So we live in a time where there's an abundant amount of food, right? A lot of overeating, over huge portions. We live in a time where there's an abundant amount of choices just around food, right? Like walk down the Oreo aisle. When I was a kid, there was one choice. Now there's 15 different flavors. And we also live in a diet-obsessed society. And honestly, all of these things lead to mindless eating. And if you have a love-hate relationship with food, eating mindfully is the key to be resolving that relationship with food. So that is why it's super important. So today I want to share 3 steps to help you become a mindful eater. Number 1, I want to talk about the hunger and the fullness scale, right? So a lot of times now we're just, we're told when to eat, like you must eat every 2 hours, or maybe you're not eating at all and you're going like 5 or 6 hours. Either one, we're really not listening to our body. So we really need to listen to our body and to our hunger and fullness scale. So let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 5 is neutral. So if you're at about a 3, you're hungry and it's time to start thinking about eating. If you're at a 1 or a 2, you're already getting to that point where you're so hungry that you're going to be reaching for anything just because you're so hungry. So really being aware of that. And then I'm at 5 is neutral. So 7 is really satisfied. And, you've had your meal, you're satisfied with it. You're not full, you're not stuffed, you're not miserable. Right? You're satisfied. And that's when we need to make sure we stop, right? Because 2 more bites down the road could leave us miserable. So just really being aware of that. So as we become aware of our hunger and fullness scale, when we're to be a mindful eater, when we're reaching or searching for food, we really need to ask ourselves, am I hungry? And if we're on that 2 or 3 scale level, then yeah, we need to eat. But other times when we're at a 4 or 5, 6 or 7 and we're reaching for food and we're not hungry at all, then we will not be mindfully eating, right? So it's during these times that we need to get curious about our emotions. And we need to really just get curious about what is driving me to want to eat right now. Am I anxious, worried, sad, lonely? Am I happy? And, I invite you to get curious around your emotions and not judge them, right? So just start to notice if there's a pattern. And you can also say to yourself, I'm going to eat because, right? And this will help us kind of be aware. I'm going to eat this salad because I'm hungry. I'm going to eat chili tonight because right now it's cold outside and I'm hungry. Or I'm going to eat ice cream because I had a really crappy day and feel like I need some comfort, right? So recognize that and start to see the patterns, because then when you are not hungry and you realize that it's just your emotions driving you to eat, you can really start working through those emotions, knowing that, okay, I need to deal with the anxious thoughts that I'm having, the loneliness I'm having, maybe in another way, right? Some different kind of nourishment instead of food. And I'm actually going to talk about that in another video because that gets its whole video itself. But for this one, I just want you to be curious around, if you're not hungry, why? What is the emotion that you're feeling that is driving you to want to eat? Start to get curious about that. The second tip for being a mindful eater is to sit down and enjoy the food you're eating. So don't stand at your pantry, in your pantry, at your refrigerator, but lean on the counter, walk around, actually sit down and savor every bite of food that you're going to eat. Because when you use all of your senses and you're enjoying what you're eating, you're actually going to feel more satisfied with a smaller amount of food, right? So I'm going to go back to the ice cream example. And if you're going to choose ice cream because you've had a crappy day, don't eat it out of the carton. Instead of, because while you're eating out of the carton, you're probably going to be telling yourself, God, why am I eating, like, it's been a bad day and I'm eating out of the carton, right? And the negative thoughts. So instead, recognize why, put it in a bowl, sit down, savor every bite, eat that ice cream slowly, and enjoy it. And that is mindful eating. You are mindfully choosing, right? You're not standing at the pantry, like just eating the ice cream out of the container. You're mindfully choosing to have a bowl of ice cream. And that is going to really just help you probably not overeat because you're being very mindful about it, and you will be satisfied more. And while you're doing that, you can even recognize, okay, now I'm full and satisfied, and I can be done. Tip number 3 is to be prepared. So if you're finding that there's a certain time of day that you're always searching or reaching for something, then you need to get curious about it. Is it because your energy is low and you need a boost in energy, right? So maybe water with lemon and lime is an awesome energy booster. Getting up, walking to the bathroom, walking around your office, wherever you are, just getting up, moving, stretching, that will increase your energy. Or maybe you're reaching for something because it's been 3 or 4 hours since your last meal, right? Like, look at yourself on the hunger and fullness scale. Are you to that 1 or a 2 now, and you're just ready to eat anything around, which is going to lead to mindless eating? So think about that and go, oh yeah, you know what? I always wait too long until I eat. And then be prepared. Do you have a snack that you can, a couple almonds or something, glass of water that you can get in your stomach before your lunch? Do you have your lunch on you? Did you make it? Like, whatever that means for you of being prepared. Do you at least know where you're going to have lunch? Whatever that is, right? Just being prepared so that you are able to then make a mindful choice around eating, to be able to really enjoy the food that you're eating and to be able to feel how it is in your body. So, becoming a mindful eater is so important for health purposes. Once we can accomplish the mindfulness around food, we can really heal any relationship that we happen to have with food. We can enjoy the foods we love to eat because we know when to stop on that 7 scale. And we can really just achieve our health goals once we become a mindful eater. We can ditch diet rules too, which is awesome. So this week I want you to think about honoring your hunger and your fullness, recognizing your emotions and maybe working through those, at least getting curious about them, and then asking yourself, am I hungry? When you go to eat, are you hungry? And then sit down and savor every bite that you're eating so that you can feel satisfied, and then also be prepared. So that's some tips on mindful eating today. Leave a comment below on what resonated for you, or if you have any questions, or if there's any burning health topics that you want me to cover. I know I'm kind of starting out slowly with this. I'm just getting the routine. But I do want to be coming in here more often, and I want to address all the things, all the questions, all the issues, whatever that this community wants to know. So, all right, you guys, have a great day.
If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more health, life, and mindset tricks and tips, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also check me out on social media and my website at www.riseupandlivewellness.com. Have a great day.